Hello, my name is Debbie Barrett-Cutulle. I am a local artist from Sargent, Massachusetts. I'm talking to you today from my dining room here at my home. What I'd like to tell you about is a project that I am privileged to be working on for the city of Revere. It is for a program in Revere that is called Revere on the Move. Two wonderful people who work with that project spoke to me. They found me and spoke to me about my talents. And today I would like to speak to you about my talents and show you how I got here. My first step was going to the Historical Society of Revere to gather some images that I could use to work on this mural of West Revere. I have right here in front of me some of the images that I chose from that part of the city that I thought would work great. I chose these images here. There was a lot of farmlands in that area that had a lot of great color here to work with. Even though I didn't want color throughout the entire mural, I'll show you all of that later. These are some more of the images. This is the airplanes from back in the day. There was an airport in Revere, and this is a little closer up image. These are some images of the farmlands that were actually in that area, right in that part of the city that I am creating the mural for, where it will be hung. These are some farmlands right back here, and these are some pictures of the airport that was there and some of the people that worked there. These images, when I get to showing you the sketch, you'll see how I incorporated them all together to create the mural, so that I was actually working with actual pictures that were from that part of the city for this very special mural. Okay, so from left to right, I want to share with you a little bit of my thought process, and actually starting from scratch. I said, you know, I know there was a lot of black and white back in the day, and I wanted the meat of the project to be monochromatic. You know, all those old style, the browns that really give you a feeling of back in the day, you know. But I wanted to incorporate color, so some great pictures of the farm, of signage that came to the city of from the city of Revere that had color in them were perfect for me to incorporate color. And I said, how will I use these great pictures of what used to be in that area? They had a lot of lettuce, they had pig farms, spinach. Okay, I don't know by the grace of God, how this came to me, but I decided that the best way to get images was through a film strip. And so I began to choose my images that I would put on this film strip, and that I would have it disappear, because I really didn't have that many images to work with. So I slowly allowed it to disappear underneath what was the most important aspect of this piece, which was the farmlands that were right in that area where this is being placed, which is under the Sargent Street Bridge in Revere. That's West Revere, and it was all farmland. So what I did was I used, as you can see, lots of different pictures that work well together, but they were taken, these images that I put together in this sequence were actually taken from many different individual photographs, but I put them together to work well, as if you could remove the bridge and look at the farmlands which were there at one time. So I wanted to give a really wholesome type, relaxed feeling. I love Norman Rockwell, one of my biggest influences in my artwork. And so in this little area here, I decided to put this very special gentleman with his two dogs, who was actually a native of Revere, born and raised. And pigs. Pig farms were huge in that area. And I thought this was kind of a whimsical Norman Rockwell approach of this particular area of the mural. And as we move through it, you'll see the majority of the work, the meat of the mural, consists of, again, many different images that some of the elderly from Revere might actually recall some of these buildings that were in that area. They do hang, like I said, as photographs in the Historical Society. Over here, I have incorporated the agricultural aspects of what were in that area, where they maybe, ran heads of lettuce or bacon, anything, how it was produced and passed through these machinery, machines of some sort, and stored and picked up and sold. And again, I finished this mural by incorporating color once again with some very important images that really take you in to what was happening in that area. There was an airport in that area that's very important to Revere. Spinach, this woman here, I don't recall her name, but again, very important. So this signage will take many of the residents who might have actually lived these parts of Revere in the day. They'll take them back there and give them a good feel for what it was like back in the day. Once I completed the sketch, I would then wait for 24 boards to be delivered here into my dining room and my living space, of which you can see here. The boards have been delivered. What I would have to do at that point in time was now draw on each of those panels what I showed you on the sketch. Panel by panel, I would scale up that area of the sketch to fit the panel exactly as it was drawn on the sketch. You can see here the drawing. This is the portion that comes before actually getting into the full-scale painting. Every piece had to have a drawing on it. The material that the city has supplied, I am really very grateful for what they have given me to work with. This is a beautiful material that's specifically used for outdoor use, for signage. It'll withstand weather, rain, anything, as long as it's covered with paint on both sides. And these particular boards are covered with this overlay material. This is called a medium density overlay, and this overlay is wonderful. It's a protectant. Once it's painted, it absorbs moisture and everything. So also I want to mention the paints that I used for this are the best anti-graffiti paint that I could purchase. And the city is also going to have a coating put over the entire mural once it is completed, panel by panel actually. As I create the panels and they are delivered to the location that the mural is being hung, they will then spray it with a coating that is an anti-graffiti protectant, as well as a resistance from moisture. And I will, from here, take you to the next sketch. I am now standing in front of some of the finished panels. These panels represent panels 4, 5, and 6. From here, these panels will be taken to the location where they will be installed. So we're leaving my dining room now, and we are going to take you to Sargent Street in Revere, where the actual panels will be hung.
Now, Deb Cutulle, one of the most talented people I know. She's participated in the Sand Sculpting Festival for a number of years, which shows she has many talents. She also does karaoke and has a wonderful voice, and obviously she's very skilled at painting. So without further ado, I'd like to say happy birthday to Deb. She is an amazing person to work with, and her infectious positivity, no matter what happened in the project, was outstanding. She just is positive about every little thing that could happen in life, no matter what comes her way. So thank you for being so amazing to work with, and thank you for this amazing piece of public art that we get to share with everyone in our community.
Hi, everyone. Well, Al pretty much covered everything on this paper, so I'm going to go off the cuff here, and I'm going to start. First and foremost, I have got to thank Priscilla and Al. Unbelievable that you found me for this project. Of course, the City of Revere and our awesome mayor who made this happen. Wonderful. I know there were so many hands involved in this, and I'm so thankful for so many people, especially, again, the DBW who made this happen. I could tell you stories, but we only have a little while, I'm sure. But it was wonderful that their help was right there when we needed it for everything. I want to say that the city did not. They bought the best product that they could get for this project to make sure that it stays safe and well protected from the moisture. From today, from the beginning to the end, like this morning, they were painting this wall white to make it really stand out and look beautiful, right to the top. I can just tell you guys a little bit about the project, what they wanted on the wall and how it began. Was going to the Historical Society. They wanted something that looked nostalgic, which is why I chose the browns to work on this piece. I wanted to incorporate these awesome signs that I found at the Historical Society from back in the day. So my thoughts and my thinking over and over and over and over and over, what am I going to do? And I came up with the film strip that would allow me to bring the color into the piece. And I told Al that in the future, if you want to add any more people in, we have the room to do it down the middle. Al's looking at me like, where are you going with this? But there is still so much potential on here, and I'm excited that I'll be doing the other side starting immediately as well. So that might be something that you did not know. I will be starting the other side, yeah, probably next week. So we're getting on to it. And I love being a part of this, absolutely thrilled. I was born and raised in Everett, but I've spent so many years of my life in Revere. I was in the IC Reveries Drum Corps. All my rehearsals were here in Revere. I feel like I was born and raised in Revere. So I want to thank you all for letting me do this for you. Al, I'll give the mic back to you. And thank you to my family for being here. And Auntie Laurie for these flowers.